Okay, we're back on air for the deciding game in the semi-final between Malcolm and Phil. So Malcolm got the first game, 7-4. Phil got the second game, 7-6. And we've just begun with one shot by Malcolm to the front of the first two. And we've got Pink coming across a little bit short. Something going on up at the clubhouse. They've rung the bell and there's a big talk going on. They've obviously forgotten that there's some important games still happening here. The ladies' game between Alison and Gabby is in game 3. I think Alison is 2-1. Might have the controlling ball at hoop 4 as well. Okay, so Malcolm is going to have first look at hoop 1 unless Phil can hit from the opening position at the green ball, so 21-yarder. Likely collateral damages us. He's missed that, and he's missed us, just. Okay, so Malcolm runs hoop 1 all the way to the boundary behind hoop 2. The going analysis of this game. We've got the time. Phil's just going to mark his white back on. Or he plays pink down. Probably looking to get in front of hoop 2 wired from green. Just going to move a few things around here. Okay, so pink has come down. It's got a bit of speed on. Too far. Green can see it, and it is not in front of the hoop anyway. So maybe there's a bit of adrenaline flowing in Phil's win over Malcolm from the last game, and he's just hitting a few shots a little bit poorly to begin with this one. Brown's coming down to a nice position. Thank back pink. It's still a runner. Oh, okay. Cool. Thank you. Phil's coming in again. That's a bit speedy, but that will pull up. In fact, that's not too bad at all in the end. Okay, green has about an 8-yarder at pink. It's always an interesting choice to take these. It's a good statement to make if you hit them, but if you miss and just nick, you can often improve the position that pink was in. As it turns out, he's hit, bounced a little and clipped white on his way out, so he's moved white back as well, so that's actually not a bad result. We can discuss it about something, I don't know what. Okay, so pink coming back. That would want to be a good shot. I think Brown's going to have a ping at that hoop, and it's not. It's gone past a little. Yep, and then brown has made that hoop. Got 2-0 lead very quickly. Okay, so white to hoop 3, that's got some speed on it as well. It's gone way past. Allows green to go deep. Could have come shallower and on the angle further away from white, but just goes for deep. See if pink's corrected. The speed looks a bit long still. Well, it's not too bad though. Brown may just come in here, give white something to hit, and then this marries with green. It also looks a bit pacey. It's missed pink. So white's options, white could smack brown away and hang around in close. It could just take position, or it could promote pink whilst taking position. It's gone a bit hard. Yeah, way hard. And white's actually ended up in a nice spot, but pink's gone way too far away. So green's just snuck in a little bit, put a bit of pressure on. Pink is probably wide from brown, which is why green went to where it did. Leaving pink really with no option but to get rid of green because brown will have got rid of white. Yep, does that. We'll get some both to the boundary, which is good. So brown clearing white. Does that. Good one. So white could just come back in front, but clearly brown would hit that in the next rotation. But pink, of course, could hit brown before that, and being on the boundary, that's a reasonable position to be in. Always come back awful close to green, though. So green hitting white, I would think. Oh, that's not a particularly good shot. And he's cleared himself. So pink's just tapped in a little bit, ultra defensively. Brown's going to hit it anyway. Which leaves white an extremely angly hoop. If you can get this in the jaws, you've done well. Which is probably worth trying because brown will be in a difficult position, and green may be wired through the peg. Nope. Too much pace and too far to our left as we look at it, and bounced off the leg and no man's land. The greens come in, might also have drifted a little close to pink. Although Malcolm just turned around to hit a ball that turned up there, and Phil's going to go hoop or position, I think. He doesn't need to be that desperate to take on the hoop just yet. But he is. Yeah, and hits the same leg and bounces even further out. So it's all got a little ugly. So there's no real need to promote green any closer, so brown will just come in. Seems to have held a good position. Green was comfortable going to that spot in the first place, so if white hits brown, which is probably what he wants, greens would be more than happy to shoot the hoop from where he is. And that's, well, less than ideal, but it's made things interesting. This is Merritt and Green promoting brown. Yep. So Phil's got a lot of work to do here. People in red shirts today, fine. I think there's so many colours that clubs would have more options than just red. Oh, nice shot. So it's a nice clearance by pink on brown. May only be buying a bit of time, but that's the best you can do for now. I don't think brown will be promoting green, he'll just run past green, yep. And hope to hold there, and has. So Malcolm's seen him a few times this weekend, he's played quite competently, but doesn't look to be in the same form as his brother. So if he gets through this and plays Robert in the final, which I guess we were all expecting, it might not be the affair we were all hoping for. Hopefully he'll lift his form if he makes the final. It's a better shot. So a couple of better rotates from Phil. He's going to have to do a few more though before he gets control of this hoop. That'll be an attempted block, I would think. It's possibly missed the block line. So this is the one that Phil probably would need to hit. Obviously to save the hoop, but to keep pink hanging around and start to get a little bit more control. He has, but he hasn't kept the pink close. Put that last one in. Oh, and that's gone a bit too far, and they've ended up giving each other a cuddle, and that's not good at all. So, how to capitalise on this if you're white? Probably you could have a speculative attempt at the hoop, but not with any speed. Hoping the jaws or hang around if you miss the hoop. You could just better straighten yourself up and not come too close to those two balls. Come in and just take position, even if those two balls can't hit you in this shot, they'll separate each other. And then you've got to hit the pressure shot with pink or you'll be cleared by brown. Which is one of those ones where whatever you do, if it doesn't work out, you think you should have done something else. Which you don't get lucky if you don't play to be lucky, so I guess he'll take this on. He has. And he's got it.
Two-one.
2-1. And it keeps green and brown messed up. Green's it's freed up brown, but hasn't got that far down. So it was a gutsy shot to take, but just going to give him not just that hoop, but first to next. It's got a bit of pace on it. Not too much pace. Hasn't let brown and green off the hook yet, but brown's hung back, which is good. So we need a good white. The last thing you want is to leave your white somewhere next to brown or force yourself down too close to the hoop and drift past. Needs a bit of discipline to stop halfway between. That looks about the right pace. Green's not taking too long just to come in. A little to the side. It's not an immediate target there. But it's obviously going to not turn the hoop over, or, excuse me, really quickly either. Okay, so pink has come out deep. Second runner, just bunted white slightly. Brown takes out the whites fairly predictably. I think white's just got to play a patience game here and perhaps just look for a running position white from brown. Let green hit pink, or make green hit white. You can squeeze out a shot. Looks to be about the right area, but he doesn't look happy though. Yeah, so green's not even thinking about hitting white, so brown must be able to see it. Yeah, he's hit that pretty well. Yeah. I'm going to hang in there with the patience. I think pink's just got to come back somewhere near white. Not where he can hit two balls in one shot, of course.
Must you manage the other one?
The little ladies will do too. If you just go to school clubs, the ladies will think it's
Colours on.
It's got a bit of pace on it. Yeah, that's not great. Let's let the pressure off.
Yeah, that's.
Mm.
Soon, remind him.
Yep. So
It
that's
stops here. But with that,
fix it anymore.
get it started.
And it's nice steady clearance. Okay, it's a bit more in riding on where he puts white this time. There'll be a spot very, very close to the front of the hoop where it will block both green and brown at the hoop. But you've got to force yourself right up close to the hoop, and the last few times he's done that, he's gone past. He's a bit short of it, but it's not too bad. Brown can't be seen by pink, then it controls what's going on. But all the same, you don't want to put green somewhere where pink can just hit that. So it's probably going to go far side of white as we look at it. There it goes.
That's right. So I can put it sign for 5 seconds. Well, after 11.
If pink can't see green,
We should be able
and it really needs to hit brown
should come
or do something that makes white less appealing to hit. So it looks like just an attempt at a block. Must be pretty close. Yeah, we're doing a good look. It might be quite a good effort there. So 2 ball clearance, pink onto white. Jumping pink to hit white. Yep. So a good outcome for Phil there. Oh, but a failed hoop. So we got a jump shot. It's calling the referee. I think. Oh, that's what this is all about. So green jumping white. He certainly got the jump, but has rejected. A long way away. So just having a look now at whether white's in the jaws, in the middle of the jaws, and whether brown can see it, and how much white brown can see. Do I peel this with pink, or do I just double up? Certainly don't want to try and block. That's shot, I think. Double up it is. So brown, you're not going to hold back here. Oh, he is holding back. Okay, he's taken pace off and he's missed. Tap through for white. And 2-all. The green was offside, so it's sent away to the far penalty point. And for players of this skill level, putting green back in front from there should be something like they practice regularly. And all the same, giving that a bit of a crunch, but that'll do. Yeah, that's fine. the responding player's dilemma is, do I position one with one, hit with the other? Or do I hit now?
Well, so I've just gone onto the app and I just can't type data for some reason. But
Given that brown's close to white, likely to make your shot harder, you probably need to hit this now, which is what he's trying to do, and he has.
Yep. So I'm just not updated.
Result.
That means why not? We've got it on it.
So that, of course, allows brown to come across now. And if brown's in good positioning, you have to really do something about that with white, because green will take out his pink.
It's not doing it. It's not.
Yeah, that's good.
It might be because I was using the app.
I suspect we need to see white hitting brown.
Store. Right now.
Yeah. It's hard to tell exactly from here. Brown looks like it's not quite on the centre line, so random in-off is not likely to happen here.
So you should do it on the laptop. If you do it on the laptop, you can copy it under the corner, can't you?
Well, he said it again, which is good.
You've got to have it on both.
So if pink's a runner, it has to be dealt with it, but he doesn't think it's a runner, he's going to take white, which is what he's doing. So get a 2v1 happening. A little bit casual about where he put the green though. Made a bit more effort to hit the centre of the ball. Okay, so pink's decided I'm not going to go in close. I'm not going to try and jaws or do anything silly. I'll just sit back a little bit and take control. Bring brown in. It's a nice ball. It's probably blocking as well. And white's back to the same dilemma. Do I hit or do I position? Probably positioning now because pink will hit brown. Just don't put white in between the two of them. No, it's pulled up short. King green see pink. It's going for a block or a position as well. It's got the... certainly got a good position, but and it may just have missed the block. Pink takes the clearance. Nice clearance as well. It's got brown a good distance away. I don't think it's wide, but it's pushed out towards the wide line. And pink went well ahead of the play, which is good. Once again, the ball starts bouncing. They usually don't hit. The brown bounced quite a few times before crashing into the back of the hoop and bouncing away. So, a gettable hoop for white. And he has. Green first to 6. Looks nice. Very nice. Yeah. Does white have a shot at green or a double of green and hoop? Do we need to shoot a green with pink? Okay, and obviously he has a nice enough shot with white that he doesn't need to hit with pink. He just brings it in without getting in the way. Ooh, brown looks a bit steamy. It's hit green and stopped, which is probably head. Moved green a tiny bit, but I don't think it's going to have affected the shot too much. Might have made it a bigger double of green and hoop. I'll certainly be surprised if white hits brown. What could happen though is white could hit green onto brown. All sorts of hell could break loose. Oof, or, well, more of that.
She's 3.
This is unfortunate. So bounce green back when green has a nice easy hoop. And 3 all. So that's probably good enough.
Can you talk now?
Am I talking? I can talk. You can talk as well, just don't say anything controversial.
Ah, well, I put lunch away for both of you. Would you like a sandwich?
Oh, I love a sandwich. Egg and lettuce would be lovely if you've got something like that, but if you've already made something else, I don't care. I'll eat that too. Oh, that's okay.
This one egg and lettuce tomatoes.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
So you're going to come up when this is over? Because they won't start in Australia, right?
They come up.
We don't want the.
I need to sit down.
How's this one going?
One more each and I'll be even.
Right.
That's right.
You want your lunch bill for we go. Oh, you can go fix that. Oh, but I need someone to we go. Sure. Don't forget that.
Okay, it's a nice steady approach by white. Just trying to keep a bit of pressure on. So brown hit the pink away, which was nice, but again, the brown bounced quite a bit. And generally, when they've bounced quite a bit, they've missed. But that one managed to hold its line. It was shorter than the other ones, so didn't give the distance chance to put a bit of side spin on the ball. The greens come in to a good position. Pink has a tiny bit under, just tiny bit under 7 yards shot at green with a not ideal but a good enough runner with white. He's missed. No, he hasn't missed. He's nicked green a little bit away from us, so he's actually improved green shot slightly. Brown, I think, will try to take care of white, and does. Getting a bit of action down towards the next hoop. Yeah, 79. Alright, so this looks like a tough shot for white, where green is in relation to the hoop. I think Phil likes the crowd a bit. He has a few mannerisms, plays to the crowd a little tiny bit. His brother was a ex-VFL footballer. Maybe it runs in the family. And that one's bouncing as well. And that one's hit. So good enough to buy some time. Got a woohoo out of the Tasmanians. So will Malcolm just reposition, or will he put a bit more into this and try to run the hoop with Brown well advanced down the lawn? He has got, oh, he got a lot of leg and it spun and came through.
I think he wanted to play. He's put both arms.
There's no woohoos, no. All the world loves a Tasmanian. It's an interesting one at Isledon yesterday where Brett did a spectacular jump shot at hoop 5, and then Robert played a equally brilliant shot up around hoop 6, and the crowd was deathly silent, and Brett said to Robert, "What do you have to do to get some applause around here?"
The first time I met David Moore at Western Australia, he was pulling Kingston, and he asked me exactly the same question. He hit something 12 inches away from the crowd doors.
Yes, that's right.
18, nothing.
That's it, yeah. Crickets. That's a good enough shot by Phil from where he was, sort of stuck him behind hoop 3 to get a controlling position down at this hoop. He's now 4-3 down against Malcolm. I'm sure it'll all change for Malcolm when he's playing for Team Australia in Tasmania. That'll be different.
You'll be there, will you?
Hopefully. Okay, so the white is coming in under a little bit of steam. What have we got going on here? Okay, the referee's been called to watch green shot. Okay, so Phil's ball's gone too far. So Brown's a runner. Pink's got Brown covered, but White's at least temporarily out of the picture. And Green has a slightly hampered shot. He's hit that reasonably well, and got, in fact, more than reasonably well. That's an excellent shot. If that could well be wide for White. In that case, it's a spectacular shot. And totally lost on the crowd. They have suddenly got extremely pleasant, apart from a little bit of wind. Oh, wow, that's a brilliant shot. Hey, what happened to all the applause? What happened to all the applause? I think the crowd realised what happened there. He's managed to clear the brown, deflect off, and also clear the green. And get himself out of a lot of trouble. But that's a good recovery by Brown. So White's dilemma hasn't changed a whole lot. Pink can hit Brown. What can White do? Hitting green might buy some time. Just going to position may help. You probably don't want to try and run through the back of the hoop to the front of the hoop because you can't control how much you'll get of that, and then it might block Pink at Brown. That's what he did. It won't get too bad. So if green can't hit white, green could hit pink to the boundary where pink can't see brown through white, while green could promote brown a little bit, make it trickier for pink. I don't like that shot, I think that's quite nice. So it's obviously got the block. It's very risky to try and put white and brown through on pink. So he's tried to block brown at the hoop and missed it. Still a good position for pink if things go awry for Malcolm. Which they haven't. Just pulled away now to a 5-3 lead. But he was 2 up earlier in the game, got reeled back in. Nice shot. Didn't pass the hoop like so many have on that shot today, but by as much, so that's a good position. So green's coming in, and brown's going to have to do the heavy lifting here. It's a good green. Probably not a lot of merit in trying to smack green. At 5-3 down, I guess you can't afford to brown hitting white. There's a good study in body language. Watching Gabby walk past, did she win or did she lose? You can't tell. It's not a bad pink, it's a little short. So it's all on brown here now. Brown hits white. He's the favourite for the hoop, and if he misses, Phil should be able to score and generate a bit of pressure. It's close, he's got it. Yep, nice shot. Oh, and Brown's followed out to the boundary. Too bad. Is that on the block line? No. Right, we need this one. It's got enough on it.
Yeah.
Pink's not a threat, but she doesn't seem to think it is, and spring in. You can't stay near white though, so it's going to be forced up. Yeah, out to that side. Yep. First thought for pink is I'm still going to have a go at the hoop anyway. So, best possible result, apart from making it, would be jawsing. Last time he tried this, he hit it a bit too hard and flattened both legs and spat out to the side. Well, that's, oh, hello, that's a pretty nice result if it's rocked back a bit. Oh, he's looking for you. So we're waiting a decision on whether this has actually gone through or not. It's an interesting one because this is probably one, I think that's a no, which is probably the result that Phil wanted. No, hang on. I don't know that you want this one to be through, because it's damn hard for that to come out. He's going to have to promote to a jumping spot. No, not through. Good result for Phil, I think. So dilemma here, if brown shoots at pink, when most of pink already through, it'll jam pink into the leg and probably spit pink out the wrong side and peel it. So even nicking the ball isn't going to help him much. So promoting green to a jump shot spot, hoping that white misses, is a good result, but he's put the green far too close to the white. White's dilemma, of course, is to remove the jump shot ball, green, without sending it down the line far enough where it can actually get a shot at pink and hit it out. So you really just want to move this only a few yards. It's probably hit that too hard, but should be alright. Otherwise, getting it a bit more angle to work with. It's 100 shots in the game. Yeah. And that's the result you don't want if you're a green. Jamming it into the far leg and spitting it out on the playing side and peeling the ball through. We've got green. So that has made it 5-4 and allows Phil to be first to the hoop and much closer than he was earlier. So it's effectively game on again. And that's a great shot. And of course, brown and green may have gone to awful positions by me, but I feel they might be one either side though, so it should be right. So brown's come down. It's not really affecting much there. You think that green is going to try to hit pink. If pink's as good a runner as it looks, I don't know why white isn't smacking the 11 daylights out of green here instead of going down. Let's take away green's shot. Actually, even if you went white gently at green and just got it behind the hoop. Anyway. You're unlikely to be hit by green, but you have given it a chance. And if green is running past the hoop, you may have a double of pink and hoop to shoot out of the road. Oh, right, hit two, blade. Excuse me. hit that pretty well too. That one didn't bounce as it went up the long. Stayed flat. But all the same, should be a tap through for Phil for levelling up the scores again. That's a good brown. So, dilemma for white. Do I hit brown now? Do I just come in? I think this time he might just come in, but that does allow green to fly out to pink, should he choose to. Or if white goes too far, or shoots at brown and misses, then the green will just come in. That's a good white. Yep, that's a nice shot. So green looks like he's ignoring pink, just coming in. It's a good shot. And quite the pressure shot, this one. So, well, 8, 7, 8, a bit of angle, so probably a 9.5 yard shot at brown with pink. You pretty much need to send a ball up, because a nick is probably not going to help. Well, it's probably good enough to be in the picture. So, similar pressure shot now back to yellow, similar distance. Nick, yeah, would have probably done to a non-hoop running position, but he centre balled that, and that's a good response. So this is the most pressure shot of those three and the longest. Well, that's an interesting choice to put the final of the ladies down there on the. Well, no, I suppose it's when they played the semis on, so that's fair enough. Yeah. Oh, this one's bouncing, and that's nowhere near the green. So, going for the 6-5 lead. She's done. So pink hit earlier to this position, so it's legal.
So when you spiel, you can say that the means is on.
You're spieling now, so you just do the spiel.
Okay, I can say that the means is going to be on this.
Yeah. We figured that.
And
Yeah.
the woman's is going to be on the Jamie Gambrel video, the streaming. So there's 2 streamings.
Oh, 2 streams. Okay. Wow.
So I'll do the woman's and Mary will do the men's.
I'm not commentating both. Thank God for that.
No.
You just let Peter know so that people can. Because you can watch both on your telly at the same
So
time.
pink's gone in a good enough position, but it's not a runner. It's a jawser. It's defending the
He was
position.
playing 7 problem.
Kate's here somewhere. She took it.
Yeah, maybe she can do that. Okay.
Brown coming in now. Here's the runner. Good position. So hopefully you heard all that. We're going to live stream the men's final from this lawn with this equipment. And we've got a second live stream coming up with Jamie's equipment on the lawn that they're on. Unfortunately, she just realised they've already started the... Oh, there's a tidy shot. So White came in with a bit of steam. It's hit the hoop leg and bounced across to where I'm sitting. That looks like it's right in the jaws, but I've got a feeling it could be a little bit under one leg. Either way, I'm calling it a success. But Malcolm has cleared pink out with green. Looking at it now like it is on one leg. Certainly feels on one leg while I was looking at it. So brown is obviously jumping White, particularly if it's on the leg and can't be peeled by accident. So pink probably needs to hit brown. There's not much else on. This may be the defining shot of the game. You don't need to... You've got to get a hit. I think you don't need to belt this. You just got to get a hit and run. It's bouncing again and missing. Damn. So we've got brown jumping over the white at 12 for the game and the match, and a place in the final. Robbie standing on the bank watching, chewing his fingernails. Well, the jump shot was up there, but it rejected. So there's a bit more action yet. The referee's already out there, so she can have a bit of a look at this. I suspect it's still on that far leg, and this is not a running shot. This is going to be a jaws by White, in the hope that green doesn't get it out, and then brown won't be able to get it out. Other likely scenarios is White in jaws, green gets it out a tiny bit, and then brown finishes the job later. Probably don't want to get yourself in that position, but not much you can do about it. White could hit brown, maybe. The second referee being called, or hoop resetter or something. What's the request for?
Hey?
What's she requesting this for? Is it
Touching the leg, she said it was. I just like, she said it
Oh, okay, so just a... Okay, right. Sounds controversial.
Bit like yesterday, mate.
Okay, so we're just having a second look, second referee having a look, because there's a dispute about whether the ball's touching the leg or not. Okay, we have a decision. Couple of mil off the leg is the call. Makes a slight difference to the reading of the rules. Is it going to make a lot of difference to the outcome? Probably not. But he's having a rethink. Now maybe White can just hit brown. I think that's probably a better idea. Awful risky to jaws and get hit if you don't need to. Yep, Just stop brown away.
Couple of mil gap at the most, with more of the belly on the outside than the edge.
Ooh.
Never getting raw.
Okay. So green's come into the, tried to get the white spot from white. I think it's close, maybe a tiny bit open, but if white does hit green, white will go left as I look at it. Green will go right. Won't really help. So pink's got to get down there and get in the fight. That'll be too much of a target. It's going to be, well, interesting. It looks nice if white can get something on green. If not, it's not great. So one thing I'm guessing we're not going to see here is brown hit white and improve white's shot. So brown might be coming in or hitting pink. He's hit pink, which solves that problem. Although it's crashed into hoop 4 and hasn't gone anywhere as far as he would have hoped. Actually been a lot of that today, where balls have crashed into other hoops. Right, so pink will be back before brown, so why take the risk of hitting green? Why not just keep the wiring going? Okay. Not liking that at all, because that's laying green, you come back in front, puts a lot of pressure on pink, and then brown's got a relatively easy clearance on white if it wants to. You've got to hit it. Brown can send white anywhere, or I can just roll gently up behind white and stymie him, so you won't get another shot. But he's missed. That one didn't bounce though. Well, there's the shot. Look. Brown can hit white pretty much anywhere. As it's downhill, yet white into green. But yeah, it's got brown into the middle of the court if it's needed to be closer. Oh, okay, so it's just gone off a little. Twist that, and it's now green for the game of match again. And got that one. So that's that semi-final done. 7-5 to Malcolm.
So we have a lift.
Well, I think a couple